Hi everybody, how are you? It's Jay Victoria, the Energy Queen. This is the energy update for March 30th. I'm totally chilling right now. I think it's kind of a good vibe though. I have a lot of things I want to say. So yeah. So it's time to do a few things, okay? It's time that you take your life seriously and you accept why you're here. It's time to do that. I went through something the past, I don't even know, 2 weeks, something like that. Going through something personal that forced me to face fear again and 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 again. And I really kept feeling like I was trying to talk to God, being like, it was like I felt like I would come up against an obstacle and I was like, oh, okay, so this is the point where I stop. Maybe God wants me to, and we kind of talk ourselves out of stuff. Sometimes you got to be careful about that. Because there's a time, there can be a time to let go. There can be a time to surrender. But there's an important law of energy that I want you to know that I have discovered in a unique way. I think about it in a unique way, and it really helps me. And so I wanted to give this to you. And there's something in the energy world called the law of empowerment. And the law of empowerment is that God gives you empowerment. He gives you the ability to do things. He gives you power, right? To do things in this world. Gives you capability. Why did he do that? So you would use it. So when it comes to surrender and all that stuff, it's like, I like thinking about the law of empowerment, which says that if you do everything within your power, God will do the rest. Because you can't do everything. You can't do super, you can't, there are things that God can only do, and God can only know, and God can only arrange. He has that power, but he gave you power. You know what I mean? He gave you what you can do. And when I was going through this thing, I was like, I would run up against something and I was like, oh, well, I can't do that. Right, God? And he was like, why? Why can't you do it? And I was like, and if I really thought about it, the answer was because I'm afraid. I was like, I'm afraid. I don't want to do that. And he was always, every time he was like, well, then you know what you have to do. Because in the energy world, fear, that's not an excuse in the energy world. I'm afraid. It's not an excuse, because in the energy world, they know something that we're still learning as humans, which is that fear is negative energy, which is always a lie. It's not the truth. So you can't ever let it convince you to do anything, because it's not actually even real. It's not actually even there. It's not, even energetically, negative energy is negative space. It's like a void. It's the absence of the light. The light is the truth. And so if you're afraid to do something, but you want what's on the other side of that fear, you have to do it, because the fear is not even telling you the truth. well, this will happen and that will happen and this will happen and that will happen. You know how it talks to you. Well, I walked through the fire again and again and again, you guys. I can testify right now. A lot of those things don't happen. It's just trying to control you. It's just trying to hold you back. And I walked through the fire again and again and again because I knew if I do everything I can do, God will do it. God will do it. He will work the miracle. He will make something happen that feels impossible. He will come through. And after doing everything I could, there was a moment of surrender. There was a moment of like a lot of prayer and a lot of really just connecting spiritually and energetically to him, to Jesus, to the saints, all the saints that I could think of. I asked for help. It was like at a certain point, and I think you should always pray the whole time, to be honest, but at a certain point, it's like you recognize that, okay, God, I did my part. I did it. I did everything I could do. I'm still willing to do anything next that comes up. But like, I really need you to step in here, you know, because there are things you will realize that you can't control. And that's when you surrender. You know what I mean? That's what you release to him, is the things that you can't control. But the things you can control, you got to do it. You know, whatever that is for you, whatever it is that your spirit's calling you to do, you'll know what that is. And let's not fool ourselves anymore, okay? Let's be honest with ourselves. Like, it's time to do these things. And the thing that I was doing was to help someone else. But I realized, I learned something really valuable about myself. It's like, if I really care about something, I will not stop. I will do whatever it takes if I believe that what I'm doing is right and I really care about it. And I was thinking, like, what if I had this approach with other things that I care about? What if I had this approach with my own goals just for myself? What would that look like? I have that in me. You have that in you too. And I think you'll really surprise yourself when you start taking steps on your own journey of fearlessness. You will be shocked at how capable you are, how brave you are, how much your spirit is indestructible, and how you will never be destroyed. I was talking to my client about this tonight. Like, you know, I think a big fear we have is when we're afraid to do something, the fear is that we're going to be crucified. You know, we're going to be killed. We're going to be, and a lot of people have witch wounds, you know, like from being, especially if you're very highly intuitive, you may have been killed for that in a past life. And like, yeah, they can feel real in this life. But the truth is, the only thing that ever hurts you is fear. The only thing that ever holds you back and really, truly hurts you is fear, because it's not telling you the truth. It's not helping you. And so what do you need to be fearless about? Where are you like letting fear make your decisions? I want you to really think about that. Like, where are you letting it and letting it convince you? It tries to be cunning. It's not actually smart, but it uses logic in these twisted ways of like, you know, that was an example that I just told you. Or like the idea even that I'm just going to let go and let God do everything. Well, that's kind of like it's like the logic's there, but it's not necessarily accurate because it's not getting you to do what you need to do. And so fear twists a lot of ideas to convince us to, basically its goal is to just make us not bring positivity or hope or our light into the world, not fulfill our mission. And it can sometimes really fight you. I had a lot of negative energy. I could see it at like literally coming at me. It just like felt like it wouldn't stop. I was like, God, where are you? Like, what is going on? I was clearing as much as I could. It was like I really felt, you know, tested. But the truth is, light conquers dark every time. You will never be destroyed. You are a spirit of light. You can't be destroyed. And even if it feels like something's going to destroy you, it won't. But that's why we need to hang on to God, you know? I'm powerful with energy. He created me to be very powerful with energy. I see energy visually. I clear negative energy instantly. I help a lot of people because of that, because the cause of negative things in your life, in your body, in your mind, everything on every level, the root cause is negative energy. So if you can clear the root cause, and I can do it really quickly, a lot of negative things can disappear from your reality very quickly. And it's a permanent solution, because once negative energy is cleared, it's always cleared. That's incredible. That's why, you know, I'm the energy queen. It's like I feel like he really gave me that title, which is humbling. But I need him, you know, that's the truth. And I haven't always talked about Jesus as openly as I do now, because I just didn't know if anybody wanted to hear that. But the truth is, it's harder for me not to, because I feel like I'm always trying to talk around it, around the truth. And it's just easier, and I feel like more useful for you also to hear, no matter what you believe, just like, this is the truth as I know it, at least. And the energy world, Jesus, God, it's very much like, it's energy. It's like, there's no difference between, like, when we talk about energy and we talk about God, you know. I feel like even being Catholic, like, it's so much of an energetic process, even the rituals, the mass, the Eucharist. It's like, it's all, it's just, I am obsessed with the fact that God created energy. He created everything we talk about with energy that we love. If you love energy and that's why you're watching me, and if you're even like, why is she talking about Jesus so much? It's like, because he created energy. It's like, there's no separation. And he is the resurrection, you know, like, that is really what I hang on to myself personally in my soul, that saves me, that makes it possible for me to keep going, you know, to be an activation for you. Even I feel like I'm, you know, hopefully you can feel that energetic act. I feel transformed by what I've been through, and his energy is the resurrective energy, and that energy is light purple. Visually, it's a light purple, and Jesus' spirit is so loving. He's a real guy. He's a real person. He's, you know, he's a real guy. It's like, this so fascinating that he's God, but he's like a dude at the same time. It's like, and I find him very gentle and just so wonderful and so familiar. Like, you know, when you feel like yourself, that's the way he feels. And the reason why his energy is light purple, the resurrective energy, is because when he was on the cross, blood and water poured out of his heart. Blood, you know, and water. Miraculously, they cut him and it flowed out. And in the 1930s, he appeared to a nun in Poland, St. Faustina, and he got her to paint an image of him called the Divine Mercy, with a ray of blue and a ray of red coming out of his chest, called the Divine Mercy. He has so much mercy for us. And I just put it together the other day. I've been talking about this light purple energy, the resurrection energy. I just realized blue and red makes purple, you know? And I have the color light purple around me as much as I can, because it's a frequency too. Like, the resurrection energy, you guys, you will never be defeated. You can't be defeated when you've got belief in that, when you have any kind of connection to that, when you even just ask for help, you know, even just thinking about the things I'm telling you right now. It's just like, if you have the intention is very important and powerful in the energy world. If you even have the intention, I want that on my side. I want to live like that. I want to live protected. And it doesn't mean that you have to become a Jesus person or any kind of stereotype or anything, even just within yourself, you know, just to be like, I just want to, yeah, that sounds good to me, to be protected. Because the truth is, we're all resurrecting. That's what we're doing here on earth. We resurrect from healed or unhealed to healed, trauma to freedom. We resurrect. That's like why you went through what you went through. Why did you go through all the shit you went through? Because someday you're going to resurrect from that. That's what your soul's here to do. Your soul's here to learn lessons. Your soul's here to evolve. There are certain things that you can't know unless you went through that. Like even for me, as a feminine energy activator, I grew up with 4 brothers, you guys. And a mother who didn't... Hi, Mom. Sorry if you're watching this, but like, you know I love you. But like, feminine energy just wasn't like understood in my house the way that it might be, you know, for other girls. And I love who I am. But like, that's something I needed to resurrect from. And I needed to learn about feminine energy. I needed to understand what it is. And I help women with that now. And like, how amazing is that? Knowing that I do that now because of what I went through. And it's joyful because of what I went through. It's like the things that you went through are literally supposed to resurrect. Like you're supposed to resurrect from each one. Whatever your difficulty is, you're going to resurrect. And the reason why I know you're going to is because he already did it. We aren't going to get crucified. He already got crucified. You can face fear again and again. You're not going to fail because he's on your side. Invite him. You know, it's just the truth. He already did it. You don't want to get crucified? Just say, Jesus, help me here. You know, that's, he's there. He did it for you. And he resurrected. So same thing. If you're like, I don't know how to resurrect. Well, he already did it. It's like that energy already exists. It's real. It's here. It's alive, you know? It's real. You can call upon that. I know you believe in energy because you are watching my channel. So call upon the resurrection energy to help you. And he did it for you. He did it for you, the things that you're going through. And just a few more examples about resurrection. It's like if you, for example, have a lot of anxiety, you're going to learn how to be somebody who is even more peaceful, mentally more clear than you ever would have been if you never had that anxiety in the first place. It resurrects into something greater. Always. If you're afraid of public speaking, you're going to be an even better public speaker than you ever would have been because you went through that, because you know the pain and you had to struggle and fight your way out of that. You had to face fear constantly to get out of that place. I used to be afraid of public speaking and I took a course and I believe that helped me, you know, but I wouldn't have had to take a course if I didn't really have a problem with it, right? It's like your weaknesses literally are designed to become your strength. They're part of your destiny. Don't reject, you know, those experiences. Like those are the places that you're gonna get strong. Some things we just let go of, we release. They can clear out of your energy. That's what I do. I clear energy. You can let go of these things really quickly. It can be difficult. I want to say to go through some of these things when there's so much negative energy lingering from decades in the past, you know, which is why God gave me the ability to do what I can do. Speaking of empowerment, that's why he gave me the ability to clear negative energy. It's like there can be so much that weighs us down. We need freedom from that sometimes to even get that connection back to who we really are. I think that what I do, Energy Queen Alchemy is what I call it. It's like, it's so important, but it's also so important to live and be fearless. Like we need, honestly, in my opinion, we need both. I think it's really important actually to get your energy cleared if you know something's going on that's holding you back. It's like sometimes you can try and you're already doing that, but it's like nothing's moving. Nothing's, you know, it's stuck. It's inside of you. It's clouding your perspective. Always you should be facing fear, but like it can be hard. You know, I need to clear my energy every day. And it can give you that boost that you need to go from all this stuff clouding you and clogging you up, weighing you down, blocking you. You know, I told my client the other day, it's like negative energy. I don't usually, I mean, I understand the word block, but it looks visually more like a deposit. It's like, it's literally like a deposit into, not like a bank deposit, like a good deposit. It's like in the ground, or like, it's like some kind of like thing that's kind of like taken a place that it doesn't belong. It's deposited itself in an area inside of you that it doesn't belong in. And so it's literally like, I guess blocking, but like clouding and like not letting your light shine, basically. And so for you to be this kind of fearless person with all your capability that I'm talking about, it is important to get free from those things sometimes. I recommend doing it anyway, with all your might. Face your fears. Do what you need to do. God is on your side, invite him. But like getting your energy cleared gives you more access readily to your power. It makes you stronger, you know? There's less, it's like walking around with less chains and heaviness. You know? That's what it's like. And I'm just so grateful. Like, I'm so grateful for this channel. I'm so grateful to be able to talk to you. I'm so grateful for all 300 people who subscribe to me. Like, I know I'm going through all this for a reason. There was a lot of time where I've gone through stuff like this and I haven't had a platform, you know, and I'm just amazed that I get to talk about these things in real time and share them with you and hopefully activate you and like hopefully give you some stuff that you can think about and work with. Like, I really hope that happens. And I hope that God is working through me in your life. I think that God uses me to create pathways, you know, of fearlessness. And I'm willing. I'm willing. But to do it and then to teach it. To do it and then to let you know it's possible. And to give you literally an energetic activation with certainty that the resurrection is real and it is inevitable that you will resurrect. And you never need to never ever let fear make your decisions ever again. I want you to wake up tomorrow and I want you to make every decision. And every time fear gets in the way, you make your decision anyway. You don't let it control you. You don't let it talk to you. If it says something, you walk right through it. Because you know what? It knows. You know why it has to manipulate you? Because you're the one with all the power. You have the ability to walk through fire. And it doesn't want you to understand that, but it's the truth. And you're only going to know it if you do it. You know what I mean? You got to do it. You got to walk through it. And you're not alone. And you're not going to get crucified. You're not going to die. You're not going to evaporate. The worst case scenario is fear. You walk through it and you lose it. And you gain yourself. You feel like yourself. You know who you are and you're doing it. God loves us. He works through us. He gave you the desires in your heart for a reason. And nothing can stop you. At all. Nothing. So I hope you feel this. My spirit is like talking to you right now. And I just want you to know you're loved. And you're going to be okay. We're all going to be okay. The battle was already won. Negative energy already got defeated through his death and resurrection. We're already safe. All right? But do your part. All right. Thank you guys. And if you want to know about my sessions, I'll put the link in the description. Okay? Lots of love. Bye.